Tail of the tape for this lightweight fight. Diaz, 23 years old. Guida, 27 years old. Diaz is much taller and will have an 8-inch reach advantage. With the official introductions for this fight tonight from MGM, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 24 wins with 6 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 156 pounds. Fighting out of Johnsburg, Illinois, Clay the Carpenter! Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record of 10 wins with 2 losses. Standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 156 pounds, fighting out of Stockton, California, Nate Diaz! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Eve Loving.
Here we go. Set to begin. Guida and Diaz.
Are you ready, sir? Are you ready? Fight!
Absolutely the energy that this crowd needs this evening to start out what should be a magical night.
An interesting aspect of this fight is that Clay Guida is a very good wrestler and Nate Diaz is a very good guard. If Clay Guida takes Nate Diaz down, he's going to have a hard time passing that guard and he's going to find himself in danger. I don't think in Clay Guida's career so far he's faced a guy who's as good off his back as Nate Diaz is.
Guida's not a guy who really likes to pass, Joe. He's one of those guys who will stay in the guard and try to beat you up.
You see what I'm saying about Diaz's punches?
Absolutely.
He doesn't try to knock you out with one punch. He doesn't waste all of his energy. He just pat, 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 frustrates you, jabs you in the face, hits you with short punches.
Well, I remember the fight with his brother Nick and Robbie Lawler, and you kept saying, wow, look at the way he's just picking apart what should be the better striker.
And that's a perfect example of one guy, Robbie Lawler, who, by the way, who has improved dramatically since then. But back then, he used to throw all of his power into his punches, and Nate just picked him apart. Nick just picked him apart. And his brother has a very similar style.
Beautiful! Beautiful! Circle left! Movement! I want movement!
Guida got caught. Let's see how long Guida waits and tries to strike. Because again, as I mentioned, he is at a definitive disadvantage with the reach. 8 inches the advantage for Nate Diaz.
I think he's also at a disadvantage both in striking skill.
Yes, for sure.
And not just the reach. And you know, a lot of people underestimate Nate Diaz's striking because it doesn't look like he's doing much in there. Because he's throwing those little pat-pat punches. You can tell me it doesn't look like he's trying to take your head off. But man, those add up.
Looking for the single.
Yeah, he's got a hold of that leg.
The interesting thing, though, as you mentioned, is Nate is not uncomfortable on his back.
Very, very good off his back. Very versatile.
Really turning that shoulder nicely too, Joe, trying to even advance that already huge reach advantage.
Good leg kick by Clay Guida there. Clay's covering up well, avoiding the punches, but he's having a hard time figuring out the reach. And then look at this, Nate shoots and pulls guard. He's going under. Clay Guida's on top. Clay Guida's
got to mark, didn't he, Joe?
Almost. And Guida has a very good top game, very good control, good pressure, good hips. The crowd's cheering Guida.
Guida, 24 wins in his mixed martial arts career. He's only 27 years old. Now he's trying to work that pace. The jiu-jitsu skills of Diaz come into significant view in situations like this too. He's not a young fighter to panic.
No, he's got excellent defense and great composure. We've seen him in bad situations before, and he stays calm and he gets out of them. You know, he submitted Corey Hill, he submitted Gray Maynard. I mean, he's, you know. notice here, Clay Guida is trying for a neck crank here. He's got a full Nelson.
Got the full Nelson going.
He has got like a wrestling move here. Interesting, and he uses it to get to side control and land some vicious elbows.
Guida trying to work that great energy and his great body positioning and his relentlessness against Nate Diaz early.
That might be the first full Nelson in UFC history.
I think it is, right? It's going to be a historic night.
When I was in high school, that was the thing, man.
That was a long time ago, Joe.
It was. Don't make me feel bad.
I know. A longer time ago for me, bro.
All right, Clay Guida's got a signal. Diaz is pissed out. He's got to look out, though.
This is where Clay likes to turn it up, too.
But you notice as soon as Clay went to the ground, he immediately avoided any kind of submission attempt. Diaz scrambled and Nate avoided. Excuse me, and Clay avoided it.
Well, Clay knows he cannot be undisciplined with his ground and pound. He cannot get out of control because Diaz will jump all over any opening.
Yeah, Clay Guida shoved his arm underneath Nate Diaz's neck, decided not to go for the guillotine. Now he's got his back again. Clay Guida is all over Nate Diaz.
20 seconds left in round one.
And this is what we saw in the Mac Danzig fight. He wears guys out with his pace, his relentlessness.
20 seconds. Big lift. Big lift.
His brother Jason, UFC veteran Joey Gilbert, BJ Penn's first UFC opponent in the corner of Clay Guida tonight.
Clay Guida landed a nice knee there. Nate Diaz landed some good punches and a nice leg kick to finish the round.
Yeah, very good finish to round one for the kid from Stockton.
Hey, you won that round big.
Let's take a look at the replay here. Clay Guida with a big slam. Slams Nate Diaz down. Diaz scrambles, trying to get some sort of a submission attempt, but Clay Guida avoids it. And then you see here Clay Guida in side control, landing some vicious elbows to the head of Nate Diaz. Here's a nice knee here. Great first round.
On your feet. You are absolutely winning every bit of this fight. You hear me? Do you hear me? I need you to circle left and stay aggressive. Get that leg kick going. Get that leg kick going. He has no defense for it. Breathe.
Okay, seconds out, guys.
Second round. The one thing we have seen in Clay Guida's fighting career is that the pace will not slow.
No, he's gonna, if anything, he's gonna take it to the next gear.
Which is absolutely amazing. Trains at the Institute for Human Performance to try to build that great cardio.
Nate Diaz with an attempted hip throw.
Watch out, guys. Watch out.
There's that big jab.
Nice utilization of the reach by Nate Diaz.
You know, the testing of Nate Diaz's true talents has gotten progressively tougher. Pellegrino near, now Clay Guida. He's had an answer to all. Will he have an answer tonight?
Yeah, I do believe that this is his sternest test.
Just about a minute into the second round. Looking for the single is Guida. Good takedown defense by Nate Diaz.
Keep your head up. Let's go, guys. Work. Get your head to the outside.
He's got him up, but he can't take him down.
Nate stops the takedown attempt. Nate looks like he's trying to go for a Kimura on Clay Guida's right arm here. And he might use this to try to sweep him as well. Good job of keeping that one leg in between Clay Guida's legs. And what we could see is here, he could try to drop down and use this Kimura to throw Clay Guida.
Relax. You're good. Knees.
He lets it go.
23-year-old Nate Diaz.
He's got it again. Now he's going to try to use it to switch. He's going to hit that switch. Clay's aware of it, stays on top of him. He's trying to hit that switch again, hit the Kimura again.
Knees to the body, Guida.
Knees to the body, the call from the corner of Clay Guida.
Behind him. Get your head up. Head up.
You hear him say head up. They're worried about him getting caught in a guillotine here. He's got to be careful, even arm in.
And Nate, with that size advantage, is also very dangerous with those long legs, Joe.
He hit the switch this time and he wound up on top. Clay shakes him off and gets on his back.
Just past the midway point of the fight.
Finish! Finish! Suck it up! No big takedown. Get behind him. Get behind him and stay on top. High hips.
Trying to control the pace of Guida, which again is just so energetic, and wait for his opportunity to slap on a submission attempt.
Guida just sticks on you like glue, man. That's the thing about him. It's so hard to deal with the fact you can't get any air. You get no room to breathe.
I mean, you could visibly see the frustration in the face of Mac Danzig in Guida's victory over him back in Omaha, Nebraska.
You don't go on the fence like that. Come on. Circle your back off the fence. Hey, trap down. It's bang that right hand. I want the right hand to space. Circling something.
Many remember the control that Guida had in the fight against Roger Huerta during those first 2 rounds of the fight.
What a great fight that was. What a great display of heart by Roger Huerta. Nate Diaz takes Guida down, but Guida's got his back. And you hear his corner yelling, "Get on top, get on top." Guida's struggling to try to get that left hook in. That left leg, he wants to get it over and around the left leg of Nate Diaz to try to hold his body in place. And right now, he's controlling with the double underhooks, but he's got to be careful of the Kimura attempt here. If Nate Diaz can separate Clay Guida's arm from his body here and get into a half-guard position, he's in a good spot right now. Nate's gonna pop that arm up and out. Okay, he's not in half guard anymore. Now he's gotta be careful of getting arm bar himself. He lets it go. Guida's on his back. This dude's like a dog, man. He's like a little pit bull. He just locks on you.
You know what, I love his quote that he wants to make his opponent miserable. And you know, you see that hair coming at you, Joe. It's this crazed animal, man. You go, man, just leave me alone for just a half a second. Let me regroup here.
And again, Nate going for that Kimura attempt, and he uses it. Again, he throws him to the ground, but he winds up in a disadvantageous position once he gets down to the ground. This is too hard to twist Guida. His base is too solid. Triangle attempt here by Nate Diaz.
Gonna run out of time here in the round, though.
Right, let it go.
Excellent round.
Not a mark on him, Joe.
Okay, you're gonna try out the clinch, okay? Listen, when you have a Kimura, you can use that as a switch, okay? And then if you're behind him, that means that's the way to break the clinch, okay? You understand that? Okay? When that guy has a Kimura, sometimes, or when you have a Kimura like that, sometimes you want to put
In the closet like we like it, but I need more punches from you. Hey, I need you to disengage every so often and throw some hands. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? You are fine in that clinch work with him. He's not able to really do anything, but it's stalling, okay? I need you to let some hands go. I need a definitive round. I need a
stand up, but you got to make him try to take you down, okay?
Have intentions on your punches, man.
Just keep being smart.
You lighten them up with your
We're looking good, brother.
Okay, guys, second round first.
That truly is the definition, though, when he says you're looking good, brother. That is his brother. And nothing like the competition between brothers.
And his brother, Nick Diaz, is an excellent fighter. One of the very best in the world.
The Guida boys in one corner, the Diaz brothers in the other. Third and final round. Nate trying to come out quickly.
Nice leg kick by Guida.
Looking to pick him apart with that reach again.
You see him never get desperate with his punches, though. You know what I mean? Like what I stated earlier, he just just throws him out there. Doesn't ever try to explode and throw everything he has into every punch.
He loves to utilize his strikes to set up submissions, set up takedowns, set up advantageous opportunities to finish the fight. And when you include his run through The Ultimate Fighter, he's won 8 straight matches and submitted most of his opponents.
Good right hook he landed on Clay in that exchange.
Let's see how long it takes for Clay to look for a takedown attempt here, Joe. About a minute into the third and final round.
Cut him off.
Diaz tried to throw the elbow, now they clinch.
Circle! Circle! Back off that bench. Get inside. You're back off that bench. Underhook left side. Underhook left side. Circle
Pushed
off
up
that
against the
bench.
fence by Clay Guida.
Get that left underhook in your arm. Left underhook hard.
Again, the aggressor with the striking is Diaz. Nice little lead.
Diaz.
Had that lead right, got his attention, then boom. We've seen this before, switching the stance
People
around.
don't like his attitude, but I gotta tell you, I like it. I get a kick out of it.
Well, he's a fighter.
He's a wild man, just like his brother.
He's starting to pick apart.
He's landing some excellent shots on Clay Guida. Good shot to the body.
If you're Clay Guida, are you thinking double as soon as possible? Or single as he has right here?
I think it would definitely be a good idea for Clay to try to take it to the ground. And they are right in front of us. Clay has a hold of the legs.
Taking a look at the clock. Nate Diaz hoping to remain unbeaten in his UFC career.
And outside down. 2:30, Guida.
2 minutes and 30 seconds.
All right, Clay's he's got his hands locked together and he's got it around the waist. Look to see Nate Diaz go for a ride here. Or he might try to spin behind him if he thinks he can get behind him. He pulls him away from the cage, gets a little further behind him, but not completely.
Proud Cesar Gracie, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt, Nate Diaz.
Nate's trying to separate those arms and try to get another Kimura going.
Don't hold it.
He takes him down again, but you see the base of Clay Guida?
Outstanding.
Clay just stays on top. Clay's got his back now.
Junior Collegiate Championship in 01 in wrestling, earned by Clay Guida.
They're talking to each other. They do not know what to say.
90 seconds remains in the fight.
Nate looks like he's almost free here. Guida gets him down.
It's amazing.
Goes up those legs again, looking for a triangle. And Guida passes and gets his back one more time.
Not surprisingly, one of Guida's heroes, the Iowa wrestling coach for years, Olympian Dan Gable.
Dump it! Suck it up and dump it! He's holding the bench.
Guida is proud of his work ethic.
No question.
And he talks very lovingly about the time they worked on a fishing boat in the Bering Sea.
25 below, 10-foot waves. Then he took an easy job being a union carpenter and a framer.
Yeah, he was working 18 hours a day cutting fish in the hull of a stinking fish boat. Almost 15 to 20 degrees below zero every day.
Nasty.
He said everything that he's done since then has been easy. A 5-round title fight, he said, would be a piece of cake compared to working that job. But he said that it's something that every man should do. I'll take his word for it.
I don't either. I'm not going to do it.
And he stays on top of Nate. And it looks like he might be able to ride himself out of decision here. He's got Nate's back again. Nate, he scrambles over.
The fight is over. Clay Guida, Nate Diaz, go the distance.
That's ours.
Joe, our fight replay.
Yeah, here we see Nate Diaz landing some very crisp punches. There's a nice right hook there. Just utilizing that long reach and his good boxing technique. Lands some good combinations, good right to the body, good right to the head. And here's the end of the fight. Clay Guida gets Nate Diaz down, goes for his back, slips off. Nate winds up on top. Clay grabs a single and winds up on top at the very end after Yves Levine separates the two of them. Very, very fast-paced fight.
That's a W. That's a W.
Who has earned the decision? Clay Guida or Nate Diaz? Bruce Buffer.
That's a W.
Gathering the judges' scorecards. And he enters the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Patricia Morse-Jarman scores the contest 29-28, Diaz. Roy Silver scores it 29-28, Guida. And Nelson Hamilton scores it 29-28, declaring the winner by split decision, Clay
Guida, the first man to defeat Nate Diaz inside the octagon, winning by split decision. Here's Joe.
All right, I'm very happy, Clay the Carpenter Guida. First of all, a great fight between 2 very exciting performers in the lightweight division. Nate Diaz is an excellent challenger, and you put on just a quintessential Clay Guida performance. You stuck on him like glue. You've got to be happy with the fight.
Thank you so much, Joe, and I want to thank Nate Diaz and his camp, his brother, Cesar Gracie, everyone in his camp, Jake Shields, Gilbert Melendez. More importantly, I want to thank my camp, Alex, MTC, the crew, my brother Jason, man, Danny Gilbert, Joey Gilbert. Give me a couple more seconds, guys. IHP, Institute for Human Performance, Edson Castillo, Tony O, everybody, all my guys, my wrestling coaches. I know it wasn't pretty. It's a win. Like I said, I'm coming up to the top of the lightweight division. Be ready for me. I cannot wait, guys. You're the best fans in the world. I want to thank Joe Silva, Dana White for putting this together.
Nobody thanks more people than Clay Guida. How about a big round of applause for him, ladies and gentlemen?
I'm coming, guys. Look out for me.
Congratulations, brother.
That's why you gotta love him. Clay, the Carpenter Guida, victorious.
Yeah!